It has been a rough season for USC, a team that was projected to potentially be national championship contenders. A lot of people had high hopes for after the season they had last year. Lincoln Riley is going to figure it out, blah, blah, blah. Well, unfortunately, it seems like everyone has figured this team out because USC just finished their season at 7-5, 5-4 in the conference. Probably Caleb Williams' last game in college. I don't think he's going to go play in a bowl game in all likelihood based on where we think he's going to be drafted. And they lose to their rivals, UCLA, 38-20. Caleb Williams had a big highlight touchdown pass that looked great, but at the end of the day, this is a team that has lost 5 of their last 6 games coming down the stretch. And Caleb Williams, who people have already been questioning because some of the things he's done, like crying to his mom on the sideline, stuff like that. People are now starting to question if Caleb Williams is this just solid number one guy who's going to be the leader of your franchise. And when you do things like this, it's just going to make people talk about that even more. This will actually pull up this article. Caleb Williams elects not to speak to media following UCLA loss. So we get it. It's disappointing. It sucks. That's the end of your college career. It's the end of your season. It's been miserable. It's been bad. You feel like you've let people down. You feel like people have let you down. But to just not talk to the media afterwards, this isn't just a random kid in college. This is the person who's being evaluated by every bad NFL team right now. If this is going to be the guy they want to be the future of their franchise. And when you see leadership decisions like this, it does have an impact.
Yeah, and his draft stock has never been higher. Like, he's no doubt going to enter he's going to go into the draft. But this kid could definitely benefit from going back to school and maturing up one more year. And maybe, reinventing his kind of perception for these NFL scouts. Because right now, his reputation doesn't look good. It doesn't look good with, going and climbing up into the stands to cry to his mom, painting his fingernails, fuck Utah, fuck Notre Dame on his fingernails and shit like that. And, now this, not talking to the media when it is expected for these high-profile athletes to talk to the media after games. It doesn't look good. But here's the unfortunate thing is what I just said. His draft stock is never going to be higher than it is right now, so he is going to declare for the draft. He cannot afford. He's going to lose a whole bunch of money if he does well, now with NIL, maybe not. But if he were to go back to school, he would benefit from it. But he's absolutely not going to because his draft stock is never going to be higher than it is.
Yeah, you hope he could take everything that's happened this year and, learn some lessons, be humbled a little bit from some of this shit. But the reason it's important is because when you're evaluating like this, and who are we looking at to potentially get this number one overall pick?
Bears,
teams like
Giants.
Chicago, teams like the Giants. Bro, if you're struggling right now dealing with things, blah, 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 with the Southern California media surrounding USC, just wait until you're in a fucking city like Chicago. Wait till you're in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get torn. You're going to get torn to pieces there. And that's what a lot of people are saying. That's like Ian Rappaport tweeted this out, right? Caleb Williams is elected not to speak to the media after the loss to UCLA. Joe Burrow learned his season was over on Friday, understood his responsibility, went out and held a news conference. The job of a quarterback and the face of the franchise.
Damn, that's some shade right there.
That's some big shade by Ian Rappaport. And that's not to say you should directly be comparing these guys. Joe Burrow is the face of the Cincinnati Bengals. He's been in the league a couple years, but this is the guy you're looking to be your Joe Burrow.
Right.
So you do have to take these things into consideration. Yep. Either way, miserable ending of the season for Caleb Williams and for the Trojans.
A complete collapse, man. A complete collapse. Like the games that they did win have been really close. Like before, when they started going on their losing streak, like the games that they were winning were like tight ball games, and they just a complete and utter collapse, man. Like we knew that their defense wasn't going to be the best, but we thought at least going in that their high-powered offense was going to be able to keep them in games, and it did for a while until they started getting exposed. And kind of realizing if you get to Caleb Williams, you get in his head a little bit, you put him on his ass, just like anybody, he's going to get shaken up a little bit. And when he is literally when he's the conductor of your offense, and that's kind of like all you got with no defense, I mean, what a collapse.